So a lot of you guys who watch my videos, you know that I live full-time on the road as a full-time nomad, full-time traveler. And one of the resources that I picked up last year was 1,000 Trails Camping Pass. Not a membership, just a pass, which is the most basic subscription that you can get from this privately run campground or campground company that has campgrounds throughout the entire United States and some in Canada. So I picked it up last year as a tent camper to use it as a resource to act as a home base when I was in a position where I needed a shelter to go back to that had full amenities with electric, water, shower facilities, etc. And even though the campgrounds are not located in all the best areas, they don't have all the best amenities, it operates, especially in an emergency, and currently we're in day 12 of a national emergency in America, it operates as a safe place to go to that you can count on as a full-time nomad. So that resource has been tested here in the national emergency because of the coronavirus. And I am happy to say that the 1,000 Trails campgrounds have stood the test of time. I've made a few reservations since the national emergency broke out and a little bit before, and they all held up. All the campgrounds were open. Now, they closed some of the common amenities, such as like the pool and general meeting areas. But for most of them, the showers, the campsite itself, what you're really looking for, remain open. And that's been a blessing for a full-time nomad. So I traveled up and down the East Coast the past few days. And right now, taking a shower on the road you're pretty much limited with no gym because all the gyms are closed in America. You're pretty much limited to truck stops and private campgrounds. Now, I was very surprised to see that state parks closed. Even though I understand why businesses would close because of the national emergency, it makes sense. But I had a hard time understanding why you would close state parks or campgrounds in general, because there are many people who live full-time in their RV or their vehicle. And, that's a resource, So I know it's a small percentage of society. A lot of people just go camping on the weekend or as a vacation. But I thought that was a little bit odd. But thank God the private campgrounds, such as 1,000 Trails, has held up. So I've had the 1,000 Trails camping pass for just about a year. I paid about $800 because I got a couple of add-ons. So for about $80 a month, if you averaged it out, that's been well worth it. And I probably will renew at the end of this year, which is in September, a couple months from now. If not, maybe even upgrade to a used membership for a couple $1,000s where it allows me more options to go from park to park rather than have time out of the system. I may not. If I don't get an RV, I probably won't. But I really want to say, if you are a full-time traveler living on the road, that for the cost that it is, the 1,000 Trails Camping Pass, the memberships can get into the $1,000, but the Camping Pass starts at about $600 up to about $1,000 max just for the pass per year. For just about unlimited camping with some restrictions, it's a good deal. If you're going to be in areas they have campgrounds. And that's the main thing. You have to look at their website, the 1,000 Trails website, and look at their campground map and see where you like to spend most of your time. But, look, when you're in a situation like this, or if a hurricane comes, or if a natural disaster, or if you get sick on the road, or if you get hurt, knowing that you kind of have a home base, even though you don't own property, I think is a peace of mind. It's almost like an insurance policy. And that's what I have been preaching to people. Like, look, it's a non-committal thing. Like, you sign up for 1 year if you just get the pass. And yes, they will renew it every year as a subscription, but you can cancel it at any time and not have to pay any future fees. Unlike a timeshare where you kind of always have to pay these maintenance fees. If, you don't have to sell the camping pass. The pass itself, you could just cancel at any time. You have to send an email and written form 60 days before I think the subscription would renew, but I still think that's, fair. And again, the memberships are a little bit different than the past that I'm speaking on. But I would want to encourage anyone, especially beginners, that have the campgrounds in the area they're looking to spend time, use the Thousand Trails resource. Even if you don't use it every day all year, pretty much for the camping pass, I mean, if you use it 1 month, anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks, it's going to pay for itself for the entire year. And anything you use it past that is cherry on the cake. So, like I say, during this national emergency, they've stayed open. They've responded to phone calls. The campground people have still been nice to me. And many people at the Thousand Trails campground system that either work there or that obviously stay there, many of them are full-timers, full-time RVers, or sometimes van dwellers, sometimes tent campers. And so they understand the lifestyle. That's why, again, like state parks, even though there's a lot of full-timers there, I guess, states are under a different protocol. But I just wanted to share that video with you. This is like specifically dedicated to people who live full-time without a house, living out of their vehicle, again, van or RV. Because again, what I would share with you is that living full-time in your vehicle is legal. It's legal. You're allowed to do it. I looked that up before I started this journey. What is illegal is to park in areas you're not allowed. And that's why the Thousand Trails Camping Pass is a huge benefit, because you're legally parking. You're even part of a community if that's what you wanted, but you also can be left alone if you just don't come out of your RV and you just don't go to other places. So hopefully this video helped. If it did, click the thumbs up. Sorry for the scraggly voice. Still dealing with a strep throat a little bit, but I feel good and I'm thankful for that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe. Try to stay positive. Keep pushing forward one day at a time. God bless.